Before the rise of the metaverse, my daily commute was like everyone else's: long, stressful, and filled with the endless noise of city life. Every morning, I squeezed into crowded trains, checked my messages in half-sleep, and counted the minutes until I reached the office. It was routine, predictable, and dull. But everything changed when my company became one of the first to adopt a fully immersive virtual workplace inside the Metaverse. At first, I was skeptical. How could a virtual space possibly replace the energy of real-life interaction? My manager assured us that the system would make our lives easier, more efficient, and more connected than ever before. So, one Monday morning, instead of rushing for the 7:30 train, I slipped on a lightweight neural headset, closed my eyes, and logged in. The transition was instantaneous. The world around me dissolved into light, and then reformed into a stunning digital city. Tall glass towers, floating walkways, and a skyline painted with virtual dawn. The air shimmered with soft blue hues as avatars of people from all over the world appeared around me. My commute now consisted of a short digital walk through the Metropolis Hub, a virtual transit center that connected every company workspace in the metaverse. My office was located on the 200th floor of a virtual skyscraper called Nexus One. I no longer needed elevators or key cards. Facial recognition and voice authorization granted instant access. The environment was designed for creativity. Windows displayed live global data streams, and our meeting rooms overlooked breathtaking digital landscapes that changed every week. One day it was a view of Mars. The next, an underwater coral city. The biggest surprise was how real everything felt. The sensory feedback system recreated sound, movement, even temperature. My virtual desk had weight, and my digital coffee emitted the faint aroma of roasted beans. Yet, behind all that beauty was the true revolution, the complete elimination of physical commuting. In the beginning, it felt liberating. I saved hours each day, avoided traffic, and even worked alongside colleagues from continents away. Our team productivity soared. We could collaborate in 3D, manipulate designs in real time, and attend meetings that felt like we were in the same room, without the exhaustion of travel. But over time, subtle changes crept in. Without the physical boundary between home and work, my days began to blur together. I would log into the metaverse in the morning, promising myself to finish early, only to find the sun had already set outside my real window. Inside Nexus One, time flowed differently, smooth, seamless, almost hypnotic. The company encouraged social events in virtual parks and lounges. We attended concerts, played digital sports, and explored simulation worlds together. It was fun, yet something about it felt oddly hollow. We smiled, laughed, and shared stories, all as avatars with perfectly rendered faces. Every gesture was programmed, every expression slightly delayed. The illusion was stunning, but the warmth of genuine human presence was missing. Still, I could not deny the practicality. When fuel prices rose and real-world traffic worsened, my digital commute remained effortless. I could attend meetings in Tokyo, presentations in London, and brainstorming sessions in New York, all within minutes. The metaverse became a mirror world, reflecting our ambitions and our flaws. One morning, while walking through the Metropolis hub, I noticed something new, an efficiency index hovering beside each user's avatar. It displayed metrics like focus time, task completion, and emotional stability. Our productivity was being monitored, gamified, and subtly compared. The workplace had evolved into a quantified ecosystem where every interaction fed the algorithm. That realization unsettled me. In escaping the physical commute, had we traded freedom for invisible oversight? My every gesture, glance, and moment of hesitation became data. The metaverse promised convenience, but it also demanded transparency. There were no private corners in a world made of code. Despite that, life outside the headset grew quieter. The city streets seemed emptier. Buses carried fewer passengers. Cafes that once buzzed with morning chatter now served mostly delivery orders. Even fashion evolved. People wore simpler clothes since they spent most of their time represented by customized digital avatars. Society had migrated inward into screens and simulated worlds. One afternoon, after finishing a virtual meeting on a floating island workspace, I removed my headset and looked around my real apartment. It was silent, almost too silent. The air felt different, heavier. For the first time, I missed the small annoyances of physical commuting, the sound of footsteps, the warmth of sunlight through the train window, even the distant noise of people living real lives. To reconnect, I decided to walk to a nearby park. The streets were quiet, but a few people were out, also without headsets, looking around as if rediscovering the world. We nodded to one another, strangers sharing a silent understanding that reality still mattered. That evening, when I logged back into Nexus 1, I paused before confirming my entry. I realized the metaverse had not only changed my commute, it had changed my perception of space, time, and connection. The world inside the headset was dazzling, limitless, and efficient, yet it made me value the imperfections of the physical world even more. Now, I choose to balance both. Some days I travel through the digital skyline of the metaverse, meeting colleagues in breathtaking simulated offices. Other days I take the long way, walking through the city, feeling the air and remembering that progress should enhance life, not replace it. The metaverse did not just redefine how I commute, it redefined what it means to arrive.